Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. This is your Z107.7 Local News for Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Last night at around 8 p.m., the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department announced via their social media channels that law enforcement had completed its investigation in 29 Palms and cleared the scene on Adobe Road. All roadways have been reopened and normal traffic flow has resumed. The Sheriff's Department would like to thank the public for their patience and cooperation throughout the incident. The FBI were in charge of the investigation in 29 Palms, which was in relation to Guy Edward Bartkus, a 25-year-old resident of 29 Palms who was the primary suspect in the bombing that claimed his own life and injured 4 people near the American Reproductive Center on Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs. At around 11 a.m. on Saturday morning, an explosion tore a hole in the fertility clinic and shattered windows around the scene. However, the clinic was not open and there were no patients or staff inside. Shortly after the explosion, law enforcement began an investigation into a property on Adobe Road and Siesta Drive in 29 Palms, causing an area of the neighborhood to be evacuated due to concerns about a possible blast zone after finding bomb-making materials inside the home. Guy Edward Bartkus is suspected to have left a manifesto in which he expressed what is being called as anti-natalist views. Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills says that Saturday's bombing is likely an isolated incident and that the public is no longer at risk. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department acted as a liaison and provided support for the FBI-led investigation in 29 Palms and says, quote, ensuring the safety and well-being of our community remains our highest priority. A woman with dementia has been reported missing from 29 Palms since Sunday, May 11th. Lorraine Bird is an 86-year-old resident of 29 Palms, and she was last seen in her home on Sunday, and friends are asking for the public's help in locating her. She's described as Caucasian, 5 foot 2 inches tall, 95 pounds, with mid-length brown hair and brown eyes. She may be driving her silver Mercedes AMG Edition 4-door with the vanity license plate LB Bird. She may have also been heading toward Apple Valley. Friends say that Lorraine does have early onset of dementia, but she's still very aware. We have a photo of Lorraine and her silver Mercedes at this story on our website. If you have any information about her whereabouts, you can contact the Sheriff's non-emergency dispatch number at 760-366-4175. You can also contact Steve Robles at 310-766-3222. Grub Steak Days is this weekend, returning for its 74th year. With more on the full schedule of events, here's known party animal Jeff Harmetz.
Put on by the Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce, Grub Steak Days is back. There's a kickoff mixer on Thursday at Snakebite Roadhouse from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. featuring live auctions with vintage Western wear, artwork, musical instruments, and more. On Friday, it's the Chamber Challenge Golf Tournament at Hawks Landing Golf Course. On Saturday, start off with Kids Day at the Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert. Boys and Girls Club of the High Desert Executive Director Shannon Tigerson told us what's in store.
Grub Steaks Kids Day. So we have the Little Miss and Mr. Minor contest. Signups are at the Boys and Girls Club, or it will be posted online today, so you can sign up online. We are also having a mechanical bull, water jumpers, bounce houses, face painting, a craft area, a tug-of-war competition, a sack race, and a grip load of vendors. The Kids Day event runs from 12 to 4.
I assume that you're not involved with the beer garden, but is the beer garden going to be at Brehm Sports Park as well?
We're not involved with the beer garden, and that's across the street.
After Kids Day, head across the road to Brehm Park for the return of the Grub Steak Marketplace and Beer Garden from noon to 8 p.m. Expect vendors, food trucks, beer, and wine, all setting the scene for desert musicians to perform live. That includes Rubber Snake Charmers, Los Ponchos Tones, Hammer of the Oz, House of Demeter, DJ Pearl Charles, and many more. Start Sunday with the Grub Steaks Run at 8 a.m. at Yucca Valley High School, followed by the Pony Express Ride at 11 a.m. in Pioneer Town, with mail being delivered at high noon. For a full list of times and events, visit grubsteakdays.com or yucca-valley.org. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmetz.
The San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors meets today at 10 a.m. in a regular session in the city of San Bernardino. On the agenda, over 100 consent items as well as public discussion on items in Baker, Hesperia, and other non-Morongo Basin areas. You can find a link to the agenda as well as previous county board meetings at this story on our website. Planning ahead is always a smart thing to do when you're heading into a national park, especially one as visited and varied as Joshua Tree National Park. Checking on road conditions and making sure your favorite hike or point of interest is open can save you time and potential grief. Nearly every park, monument, and wilderness area maintained by the Department of the Interior has a website with alerts for changing road conditions or seasonal closures. However, if you're in a wheelchair or other mobility device, planning ahead also means making sure visitor centers, natural features, and hikes are accessible. Joshua Tree National Park's website has a page dedicated to this, with a full rundown of each visitor center's accessibility features, as well as any paths or areas that could be troublesome. It also lists picnic areas and campsites with accessible van parking, like Quail Springs, Hidden Valley, and Jumbo Rocks, all with accessible spots for those who are mobility assisted. Trails are also listed with a brief description of what to expect. For instance, a shorter loop like Cap Rock is described as being hard-packed sand, which may be okay with someone in a wheelchair. Other trails, like the recently reopened and soon-to-bloom Cholla Gardens, have a quarter-mile of raised boardwalks that wind through the cuddly cactus. The NPS app is a good place to start for planning your trip. It's available for both iPhone and Android. It also contains some self-guided audio tours, as well as audio-descriptive versions of national park literature. There are also audio-descriptive videos on Joshua Tree National Park's YouTube channel, which may be helpful for those with vision impairments. Joshua Tree National Park belongs to you. There are public lands, and accessibility to the natural features being protected should be as equitable as possible. We'll have links to all the pages and videos mentioned at this story on our website, Z107.7fm.com. The Morongo Unified School District will be holding a special hiring event on Saturday, May 31st from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon at the Yucca Valley High School. Reporter Gabriel Hart tells us what kind of classified positions the district is looking to be filled and what else is being offered at this valuable local networking event.
This in-person event offers job seekers a unique opportunity to learn about available positions within the district and how they can make a meaningful impact in the lives of local students. Representatives from various departments, including health services, information technology, custodial, and instructional support, will be on site to answer questions and connect with potential candidates. Open positions for non-certificated staff include health and nutritional services, instructional aides, clerical, custodial, information technology, ELOP, and much more. Attendees can learn about the district's hiring processes, employee benefits, and career advancement opportunities, receive on-site assistance with applications, and network directly with MUSD staff to explore a variety of roles. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Stacy Smalling said, quote, "Our goal is to connect with individuals who are passionate about education and community. Whether you're looking for a new career or want to contribute your skills to help support our students, there is a place for you at MUSD," unquote. For a full list of current job openings, please visit the link in the story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
The Joshua Tree Shakespeare Festival brings King Lear to life in Joshua Tree beginning May 23rd. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas advises you to get tickets whilst thou still can.
The Joshua Tree Shakespeare Festival proudly announces its 2025 production of King Lear, a breathtaking adaptation of Shakespeare's timeless tragedy performed under the open desert sky at Windwalker's Medicine Wheel, running from May 23rd through June 1st on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sundays at 2:30 p.m. This production continues the festival's mission to bring world-class accessible Shakespeare to the Joshua Tree community. The production will feature a talented ensemble of actors, including festival alumni Kurt Schopner as King Lear, Molly Kettlebach, Cookie Billsborough, Kevin Hales, Andrew Catlin, Brian Hennessy, Bobby Beckenridge, Malcolm Stanley Wolfe, Liz Wessel, and Chris Matthews. The production will be set against the stunning natural backdrop of Joshua Tree in a theater in the round atmosphere. For more information and to buy tickets, visit their website at jtshakesfest.org or follow the link in this story at z1077fm.com. Reporting for Z1077, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And that's your local news for Tuesday. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting out of Joshua Tree, California, alongside the award-winning Z107.7 News team, I'm Robert Hayden.